Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. The Volunteers will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas Longhorns offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Zings it complete to the right. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
He makes the connection. Still on his feet at the 45. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Gets it out fast. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, no change in the score. First down here for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Makes a man miss. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Clemens. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd down coming up after the completion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Vols will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Running it back, it's Stoneburner. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails, drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Tripped up for the...
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
On second down, wants to throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Got the back over the middle. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to move the chains. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. 2nd down coming up. Power football with the run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The option look. Quick toss. And the defense gets him out of bounds at the 3, and they're set up.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting to this.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! The AT unit on the field.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Anger. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On second down, he'll fire. He's got his man. Makes the catch and knocked down. And the balls come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They keep attacking through the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. A fair catch just inside the 40. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Takes the handoff. It's Anger. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's the beauty of running play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam and make a big play.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They get to the line quickly. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll leave it with him. The run and the end zone. Touchdown ball. Follow the blocker. The offensive offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Texas offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Finds a man on the left. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make the decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
On 3rd down, going up top. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Finds his big tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. He'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver. And you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
Looking for a man. It's Clemens. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
The Volunteers will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll bring it back. It's Stoneburner. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking for an open man on second down. And they got him for the sack. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Dropping back, it's Clemens. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's going to pass. With the catch, it's Anger. And that toe-tap catch had a little style and not much substance on that.
No, the defense did a good job, too, using the sideline to their advantage. Using the sideline as a 12th man. There was nowhere for that receiver to go except get 1 foot down and get out.
He's back to throw on second down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive on it? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll try to snap it quickly. To the air, it's Clemens. They're bringing heat. He's got it. Keeps the legs moving. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yes, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big game.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And the short completion brings up second down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. Smashes through. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. The inside handoff. Shakes off the tackler. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Back to pass, it's Clemens. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Across the 45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Knew where we wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking everything.
Afterburners coming. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Scanning the field, it's Clemens. He finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by a field goal over Coastal Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
He's got it on the right. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
These defensive linemen have hints in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now in your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. Because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with a penalty.
Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He's right on target. Corralled and brought down by the defense. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Anger. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Vols will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Clemens. Fires fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Volunteers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Texas offense. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up. It goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Pressure coming. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Working that left side now. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. They want to dance their way in on third and goal. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So on fourth and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. That last completion has him set up second and short. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field.
He's going to let it go. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Normally, I would... short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the fourth quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. And the Longhorns want to move quickly.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly.
Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to the air one more time. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires complete on the crosser. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. He'll try it again. Fighting off the defender. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Using the quick game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Vols decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Running it back, it's Stoneburner. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
He's not afraid to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
He wants to throw it. Coming after it. And the Heat will get home. Down at the 17. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this. He's looking for a man on second down. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a grab and go for the score.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Illegal touch. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it.